Now let's go ahead and take a look at basic properties of logs. In this section, you will be understanding, or you'll be looking at the properties, which are the product rule, the quotient rule, and the power rule, my favorite. But before we go ahead, let's take a look at what we have here. This is very important. You should probably write this down. Log a power n to base a is n. So if I technically you are saying that you have to raise a to the power n to get a power n. And a raised to the power log a power n is again n. Log 1 or ln1 is automatically a 0. Now with those, let's go ahead and evaluate these. So what do I have here? To what power? Let me zoom this in. To what power should I raise my 4 to give me 4 power 6? By default, 6. Now this is e. Again, this is base e. If I see both the bases are same, to what power should I raise e to give me ln e power 12? This is 12. Log 1 is a big fat 0. Now let's go ahead and take a look at product rule. So the product rule tells you that the product of logs becomes addition of logs. So what I'm telling you is single log, as you can see, single log becomes double log. So when you multiply two numbers with a log, single log becomes double log. And keep in mind the bases are always the same. So let's go ahead and try this out. But let me show you what most students make a mistake. Log mn base b is log m plus log n base b base b. So single log becomes double log, m, n, same base. Let's go ahead. They're asking us to expand, so you don't have to give them the value. Again, what am I doing? Multiplication becomes addition. Go ahead and do that first. Single log becomes double log. Log, log. The base stays the same. And now what do I have? 12 times 6, so it becomes 12 and 6. So as you can see, the single log has changed into double log and multiplication has changed into addition. You can go ahead, plug this into Desmos and see if they match, and they should. All right, let's take a look at the next one. What do I have? I have log, multiplication becomes addition, single log becomes double log, base e, base e. So 9 times x now becomes 9 plus x. But wait a minute. Do you see log 9 base 9? Go ahead, plug this into Desmos and tell me what you get. Log 9 base 9 is 1. Or log a base a is 1. Log 3 base 3 is 1. So when you see something like this, it has to be simplified. And this should be your final answer. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Again, this is multiplication. Multiplication becomes addition. Single log becomes double log. The base stays the same. And then x and y. Remember what I told you? Logs and exponential functions are inverses of one another. If I give you 3 power 2 times 3 power 3, what do? You add the powers. 2 plus 3 becomes 5. So multiplication of exponents is multiplication of the power functions, you add the exponents. That's exactly what is your log functions. Okay? So once that's done, let's take a look at the next rule, which is the quotient rule. So if multiplication becomes addition, division now becomes subtraction. Same process. Single log becomes double log, the base stays the same. So let me expand this and write this. Division becomes subtraction. Single log becomes double log. Base stays the same. The numerator goes first, denominator goes next. Next one. Again, division becomes subtraction. Single log becomes double log. If they don't specify the base is automatically at 10. I don't have to put it. Numerator goes first, denominator goes next. There I have it. Let's take a look at the one after. Division becomes subtraction. Instead of log, I have ln, which is automatically a base e. I don't have to put that in. E and 8. But wait a minute, what is ln e? Ln e is nothing but 1. Make sure you write this down as well. So 1 minus ln 8. So log a to the base a is 1. Ln e is also 1. So all these are very important and simple things that you should not go wrong with. Does this look like a 7? This is a 1. And this is a 1 as well. All right, the next one is the power rule, my favorite. So as you can see, single log is single log. All that's happening is the power gets kicked right up in the front. Let's take a look. So I do have a power, which is right here. So what happens? Nothing changes except the power gets kicked right up in the front. So this becomes negative 8 log y. That's all. Oh, I see a power here, which is radical 4. So what happens? The power gets kicked right up in the front. So radical 4 log 7 base 2. But can I write radical 4? What is radical 4? How do I write radical 4 in terms of a fraction? Radical 4 is nothing but 1 over 4. Remember, you can't put radical 4 like this. That's not acceptable. I'm just showing it to you. So radical 4 is nothing but 1 over 4 log 7 base 2. Don't have to give me the value. Don't have to plug this into Desmos because they're only asking us to expand. Now let's go ahead and see what happens in the next one. Oh, wait a minute. This one has a multiplication in here. Do you see that? There is a multiplication right here. So as soon as you see multiplication, it becomes a addition. Single log becomes double log. Base 5 and 5. Multiplication becomes addition. And now what do you have? Now do you see a power right here? What happens to the power? The power gets kicked right up in the front. So this is log x base 5 plus 3 log y base 5. Final answer. Now let's go ahead and see if the following is a true statement or no. So what do I have here? This is addition. Addition becomes multiplication. So 6x times 1 is 6x. Double log becomes single log. And this is a true statement. I should have just said true, yeah? All right, now let's go ahead and determine if the next one is true or false. They're asking you to take a look and say, hey, can you look and see if the steps that I did are true or false? Let's check. One by one. So division, let me use my highlighter or let me use a different color. Division here is becoming subtraction. Very good. The bases are the same. Very good. So the first step is good. Now let's take a look. There was a power here, and they moved the power right up in the front. That's good. Log 16 base 2 is 4. In the other words, when I raise 2 to the power 4, do I get 16? 2 to the power 4 is 16. So this is also correct. So this step is also checked off. Pause if you need to. Now let's go ahead and see what happened. Here I have multiplication of these two. Multiplication has become addition. Double log has become single log, and the 4 is in the front. So this step and the bases are also the same. So this step is also correct. Now in the next step, look what they did. They distributed the 4 to the x and to the y. So this step is also correct. Pause if you have to, and then go ahead and take a look. Oops. Where is it? Where was it? Right here. Pause, and if you have to go back and rewind, go ahead and do that.